I am making money from AI, and I feel very conflicted about it. So, my name's Evan. I do music licensing, and recently Pond5 added a feature called dataset earnings. And basically what it allows them to do is include your music in datasets. What are datasets? They say, well, they're being used to build computer vision and language models, and they consist of many things, but mostly the metadata and the music and sound effects. And they allow us to earn money by, I guess, having them import our music and metadata or sound effects into their libraries. So I made about $215 in April from this, which is awesome. This is music money on top of whatever else I've earned. If you want to learn more about licensing your music, I've got a free 5-day music licensing crash course. There's a link down below. I invite you to join it. This is really, I think, an exciting time for stock music. I think there's probably, 4 or 5 more years of golden times. So the sooner you start, the better, because AI at some point will be there. But right now it's not. So get your music placed on TV shows, which will be in syndication. Get your music streaming where people will keep liking it before, AIs completely take over, and get some of that money for training the AIs. So join the free crash course, and I hope to see you in there, which I appreciate. But what are they doing with this data? That's what I want to know. Well, they're obviously not using music for computer vision. I think they would be, that's for videos, for pictures, all of that. They say, autonomous vehicles, I don't think they need that. Content moderation, probably not that either. Product categorization and AI content generation. So even for these, I don't fully understand how they're using the music, because certainly they're not using music to generate new images based on prompts. And they say that, maybe they're using it to help categorize relevant products. That is where I think this music is being used, because they say companies purchasing content and metadata may only use them to train machine learning and computer vision models. So what do I think that means? I think they're not using this to create new music. I don't think they actually have a right to, because Pond5 does not represent my songwriting share. They're not my publisher. They only have a license to sell my recordings. And so I don't think they really have the ability to market me for generating musical ideas, because I own the copyright to my compositions, which is managed by my publisher, BMI. But I think if I had to guess, they are ingesting the music coupled with the metadata to better understand, what are the components of a song? What are the characteristics of a corporate, uplifting song? And my hope would be that at some point in the future, instead of having to add our own metadata when we upload music to Pond5 or to other sites, this machine data set will just listen to our music. It will know what the tags are and apply them, and will help people find music better. And I am all in favor of contributing to that. If people can find my music better, if I can do that with less work, that's awesome. You always want people to be able to get the best music possible. And I think this will really help with that. And that way, people like synonyms, homonyms, antonyms, the language learning models will be able to figure that all out and apply it. And this would be not only useful for sites like Pond5, but also even for something like Spotify or, any real streaming service. If you're I want sad Baroque piano music with rapping, nobody's going to have that tagged with keywords. But if the AI has ingested enough metadata from listening to sounds that it can kind of apply that and infer that from the recording it's hearing, that's awesome for everybody. They are not sharing your personal data. And so for me right now, this program as designed, when I first heard about it, I was really upset. I was thinking they're stealing my music. I don't think that's what's happening for musicians. You do have the option to opt out. Although they didn't let you opt out of the first one, which I think is really not cool, especially if I was a visual artist. If I was, if I was making videos and they're training people to make videos or to make photos based on my content, I would not be happy with that. And if I was doing, if I was a photographer, if I was an artist, a visual artist, I would be pretty frustrated, and I would definitely want to opt out. As a musician, at least as this is implemented right now, I think it's great. I'll take the $215 and say, good to us for being able to help.